Hello and welcome to Hot Shots. It's the show with smoking questions, spicy guests, and hot ramen. Today, we have a very special guest, Mr. Stephen Lee. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, you excited?
Oh, very excited.
Yeah? All right.
A little scared.
Yeah, me too. Before we start, what's your relationship with spice? How are you feeling?
I have a long relationship with spice.
Okay.
As a Vietnamese person, spice is just part of the cuisine. So I like to think that I have an extraordinarily high spice tolerance.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna set the bar there.
Yeah, okay. Well then you're gonna make me look like an idiot because I'm gonna be crying over here. All right, well let's jump into it. First off, we've got sriracha. This is pretty chill, right? Pretty easy. So you can take a fork. Some people like to just down it. It's really up to you. So we're gonna dink it.
Hey, cheers.
And sink it. All right. A little bit. Stings you a little bit. We move up. We found this picture. And we wanted to know what's the story behind that.
My wife does this thing called Fun with Citrus.
Okay.
And Fun with Citrus is a photo series. And essentially what she does is she takes any large citrus fruit, peels it, and fashions it into all sorts of headwear.
Oh, interesting.
So you don't have to be wearing a wife beater in order to put a piece of citrus on your head, but I think that kind of adds to the...
Yeah, it accents it, right?
It does.
Yeah.
It accentuates a theme.
So it's during dinner?
During dinner.
Yes. Is this a tradition?
This is what I wear to dinner. Right. Yes, accurate.
Now we got Nando's Peri Peri. It's pretty good. This one amps it up a little bit, but not too much. It's still pretty tame. So
All right. Okay.
Sink it.
Sink it. All right.
And that was just good.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that was
one.
good. Did you show any embarrassing photos of yourself? Is that not a thing?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. We were told by a anonymous source that you have a famous, I think it's Coxswain story.
Coxswain
story. I know nothing about that.
So I was attending this small liberal arts college in the Boston area.
Right.
And it happens to be set on the Charles River. One of the things that first happened to me when I registered for classes, so back then you couldn't do it online. You go to this one particular building, you'd sign up on paper, and every year there'd be this one like very large man standing outside where you would register. And anybody who looked like they were under 115 pounds, you would walk up to.
Okay.
And so I happened to be one of those people. He came up to me and was like, hey, you know what, what's your name? I'm like, oh, I'm Stefan. And he's like, well, have you ever thought about coxing for our crew team here? I was like, I don't even know what that is. And so essentially he's like, oh, well, just come out, come check it out. It's gonna be low key, just show up, you meet some great people doing it, and you'll have fun. So fast forward about 3 months, and now I'm doing double sessions, one at like 6 a.m. and one at 5 p.m. And I am meeting great people, but it's the most intense team experience I've ever had. So I don't know if you've ever rode. Have you ever rode?
No, never rode.
I started coxing for this crew team, and I realized that it is A, the ultimate team sport, because you have to be 100% synced up, and B, that I'm terrible at it.
Oh, okay.
So that was actually where I would say I first found my leadership voice.
Oh, interesting.
Was having to think about how do you motivate people to work harder than they even think is physically possible for themselves.
Right.
And how do you do that all while trying to maintain in your mind the race plan where you're headed, not just in that moment, but where you're headed like 3 minutes from there.
Right.
Ended up being a really winning coxswain for the team, and then coxed intramurals for a while, and loved it. And so that I would say is where I began to learn how to be a leader.
Yeah, and that message applies to all sorts of places, right? And so what is a coxswain? What's your role on the team?
So see that little dude right there?
Yeah.
The one that looks like he's doing no work.
Okay.
That's the coxswain. He's got a little headset on.
Oh,
and there's a
yeah,
speaker system built into the entire boat. So his job is to make sure that technique is good, you're coaching in the moment, you are making sure that people are rowing together, and you're essentially monitoring what everybody else around you is doing, so what the other boats are doing. So the idea is I'm aware so that you don't have to be, so that the only thing you have to focus on is just pulling as hard as you can.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. This is habanero Tabasco. This bumps it up a little bit to about 200,000 Scoville units.
All right, my lips are burning. That's normal?
Yeah, mine are too.
Okay, excellent.
Usually this is where I start tearing up a little bit. You can see that one there. All right, let's get into this one. Dink it.
Dink it.
Cheers to you, good
Cheers.
sir.
What kind of ramen are we eating?
I think this is whole grain laksa. Is that what it is? Is that what we're using today? Yeah. All right. So as we usually do on the show, we did some digging. We just kind of dive into the internet and see what we can find from long ago or fairly recent.
Still have that shirt. This is my home in Bedford, Massachusetts. That's where I grew up. And I've got Buddy, who's in the red hat, and Ping Ping, who's in the white shirt. Those are my best friends growing up, and I was an only child, so I have to say a lot of my time at home at this age was spent, like just hanging out on Saturday mornings watching cartoons with my buddies.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now growing up in Boston, did you ever develop a Boston accent? Do you have one that you can give to us?
Like, have I ever parked a car and
yeah, there you go, there you go. That's nice.
Yeah, you like that?
I do like that.
Most people hate it.
Really?
Yeah, they don't find it to be quite as attractive as many other regional accents.
Right, like British, that's the best one you can have. Oh, this is a great picture. This is one of our favorite ones. When was this? This looks like it was a little while ago.
Why do you say it looks like a little while ago? Whoa. What makes you think that?
I think you look more distinguished now than you did.
Thank
then.
you. Older and fatter.
Yeah. No, that's not his.
Yeah. So where's this photo? This is when my wife, Lai, love of my life. She was pregnant with our first child, Eli, and we just went and did a shoot. And one of her friends was a photographer and just said, "Hey, you got to remember this moment. This is like a special time." I'll tell you about kind of the experience of going from not being a father to being a father, which was one of the most memorable things that's ever happened to me. But at this time, we kind of just went out. We were goofing around. There's a field by our house, and I had put on a little weight. There's like a sympathetic pregnancy thing, and
okay.
Don't ever say to your wife that you understand exactly how she feels, though. That's the part you should understand. But we just goofing around, and we goof around all the time. Like this is our relationship. This is what allows me to do what I do here at school. Because I go home and I laugh and I do silly things like this with her. So this is just part of that photo shoot.
Oh, last sauce. We got the last sauce, and this one is Mad Dog 357.
Yes.
I'll show it to you guys. 357 standing for 357,000 Scoville units. So we're almost doubling the top habanero Tabasco.
This is twice as hot as that?
Just
Okay.
about.
All right.
Yep. So it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. I'm gonna tell you that. Right?
I've enjoyed myself so far.
You're enjoying yourself?
Actually,
all right, cool.
I have to say.
All right, let's get right to it. I'm sniffling a little bit. Dink it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Sink it. Ooh. That one always gets me. Oh, it gets me right in the back of my throat, man. Woo! All right. What do we got? What do we got? Someone on the presentation, please. I'm dying over here.
Oh, now the heat's kicking in. Now I'm feeling it.
Oh, jeez. So, Mr. Lee.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting emotional.
Is there a tier?
Huh?
Is there a tier?
There's a few of them.
See at least two.
We know. Wow, I'm drooling. That's disgusting. You've bounced around a lot. Moving.
The milk's not helping me.
No, it's not helping me either. So where is home? I know that's an issue that a lot of us students and people at the school deal with, right? Being third culture kids, bouncing around a lot.
Yeah.
We don't really get a sense of home anywhere. What's that story like for you?
I'll tell you that story if you just take one more hit of this.
I don't think I can do that. I'm literally dripping tears onto the table. Oh my gosh.
Where's home? Complicated question. What I said before and what I mean is wherever my wife is. I would say where I grew up, Boston, Massachusetts, that area. I was born in California. My parents are from Vietnam, so they came over to the States in '75 as refugees. Went back to Vietnam for the first time in 2012 and loved it. Lived in Hanoi for a year. And I felt like there was an aspect of who I am that came out because I went back to my parents' home country. My first name is Stefan, and wow.
Yeah, I know. They just keep coming. Don't let me break you.
All right. My first name is Stefan, but never felt like a Stefan. And when you look at me, do I look like a Stefan to you?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It doesn't feel like my true name. So the reason I say that is because when I went to Vietnam, people started calling me by my Vietnamese name for the first time, which is Luân.
Okay.
And I felt when I was being referred to by that name that I understood myself in a different way. And it made me feel like there was an aspect of myself that was more at home in that country than anywhere else.
Oh.
So I still think about, would I go back to Vietnam someday?
Yeah.
And at some point, I do think I would like to live in Vietnam.
Well, that's touching.
Yeah.
I'm getting
You're getting choked up.
emotional, yeah.
This is in Vietnam.
Oh, this is in Vietnam.
Yeah, was
perfect.
it okay, Connor? Was this recent or was this not recent? I just want to.
Oh man.
I want to understand how you're assessing.
Wow,
this.
you're pressing me on this.
Connor, how did you get these photos?
I never revealed the methods of our team. I would say that you look more distinguished now.
I was thinking about a year or two ago. This was in my wife's village. There's a home that she kind of grew up in, and right next to the home there is a coconut tree. They told me that it was completely safe to climb out of the second floor window, walk over this sheet metal roof, and to basically cut a coconut off the tree. And what you can't see there is like a 20-foot sheer drop right around the tree.
Okay.
And I have to say, I froze up, I panicked. At least I could still laugh, but the reason I had my foot extended is because I needed to at least touch the tree. That was just a matter of pride.
Okay. Right. It's a matter of pride, yeah.
Her village is actually a pretty interesting place because that was the first time in my life that I've been awoken by the sound of a pig being slaughtered.
That's
You don't go back to
adorable.
sleep after that.
Yeah, no, you don't.
no.
Wow. Can you give us an imitation of what that sounds like?
That's the best I can do for you.
Yeah, that's terrifying. I'm not sleeping. All right, before we move on to our next one, do you need more milk? Oh, you totally.
I'm good.
Jeez, goodness. Okay, can I get some more milk?
Julie, you okay there?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. His lips are like 30% bigger than before, though.
Is that a good thing?
I mean,
What? Not like that,
we weren't rolling though, right?
Pass me the milk back.
I'm scared.
man. The milk bag? Can I have a sip?
Yeah, fine.
All right, so what's next? The end.
Okay, wait. Okay, so this is where I come in now. We have a little bit of a surprise. In normal Hot Ones, which is the show which we ripped off, in that show you have a final sauce which is called The Last Stab, and that is 2 million Scoville units. So as a surprise today, we have a 6 million Scoville unit sauce, which is approximately 16.8 times hotter than the last sauce that these two have tried. Here you go. I had to sign a waiver when I had to buy this.
I think this is a bad idea.
Let's show this to the camera. It literally just says the end, which I think is what we're
I
approaching.
thought this is the end of the show, but this is the end of life.
This is the end of us.
Do you want to do this?
No,
Are we gonna do this?
but we're gonna.
Okay.
Oh my God! Why? Okay. All right. Woo!
I just told Connor that the last time I had something that was extraordinarily hot, I lost my hearing.
Oh.
So let's see if this happens. This will be a fun experiment.
What if we both lose our hearing? That'd be a funny.
That
interview.
would be good.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
Ready? 2, 3.
It's okay.
Don't bring your broth, man.
I've got to do it in steps.
Don't shoot that. Don't shoot that.
My tummy's saying no.
Is any part of you saying yes?
No.
Well, I'm sorry I'm laughing.
That's okay.
It's just a coping strategy for pain.
We should just revel in this.
Oh.
Sit here. Well, as I sit here and wallow in my pain and sip on this hell juice, oh, it takes a second. Is there anything you want to say to the people at home?
Recommended.
Uh-huh.
Highly recommended.
That one's good.
Expelling Kevin. So that's all I.
Expelling comments.
Yeah, expelling Kevin.
Well, I feel like I've done you all an injustice if I don't drink this juice.
This is a matter of pride. This is like the foot on the coconut tree.
This is like the foot on the coconut tree. I have to touch the tree.
Do it. Do it.
Touch the tree, touch the tree, touch the tree, touch the tree,
I'm gonna touch the tree!
touch the tree, touch the tree.
Whoa! 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 Well, Mr. Lee, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. This was a riot. Is there anything that you want to say to the people at home? Anything going on?
Oh, this is a big opportunity, actually.
It is a big opportunity.
Never be afraid to say yes to an opportunity, even if it's taking a shot at the end, because you never know where it's going to lead you. And I really do mean that. Like, don't be afraid to say yes to stuff, because had I not said yes to stuff, I wouldn't be here at SAS, and I wouldn't be here enjoying this moment and enjoying your cheers with you, Connor.
I think that's a fantastic way to end the show. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.